Hey guys, your girl Key, and I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw. Now, first off, we start off with Punk, Rollins, and Drew McIntyre. Now, Drew McIntyre, that whole sign, it said Drew McIntyre needs anger management. I have to second that one. Needs therapy as well. But I think it was a very interesting way to play on the feuds that all three of them have, with having Seth as special guest referee, and also him being the law, basically, where anything he says goes. And the fact that he said that disqualifications is by his discretion is like, it just proves that it's going to be a very interesting match. And I'm going to say this, and I really think SummerSlam will be probably the top second best pay-per-view of this year, because I don't know, it was just, well, I forgot Royal Rumble, because that was the women's Royal Rumble. Whew, Steph's kiss. But it also this has the ability to be second best of this year, and I cannot wait to see. Now, when it comes to that whole segment, that whole promo, it felt awkward. Like, it felt as if, of course there's great lines in it, but it felt like they do not they don't like each other, and it may be a work, 100% maybe a work, but it's like they seem like they don't like each other, and it seems like they're glad that they had the ring to settle this in, because the fact they was cutting off each other, the cutting off each other was one where I was like, that doesn't seem to be scripted. And this was the first promo, I think, that Punk did not lead the charge. Like, the promos that they've been having, the promos that Punk has had when it comes to Drew himself, I feel like Punk has led the promos, and he had the best liners and stuff in the promos, and this promo was not it. It wasn't like that. Now, not to say it was a bad one, but it wasn't the same. Now, Alpha Academy, and then the Creeds and Chad Gable, I will be a firm believer in the fact that I feel like they kind of waited a bit long for Otis to decide to go on his own and stand up to Chad, because I feel like it could have been a week or more of them exploring that, other than, now you can't do that because you have the YS6, and the YS6 are overshadowing that whole thing with Otis and the Alpha Academy. And I feel like there could have been some times where that wouldn't have been the case. Like, there could have been a match we had with Otis and Chad, and nobody else interrupting and stuff like that. And maybe that's going to happen after the fact, but at the same time, it's like, now the Alpha Academy is going to be pushed aside, period. And I don't know what they're doing with Maxine at all. Like, Maxine has stayed on that roster, but I just don't see what they're going to do, what they're doing with her at all. And that's not nothing towards her, but I'm not seeing a vision. Let me know if I'm tweaking. Tell me the vision if I'm wrong. Now, with the YS6, I'm excited to see that in action. Like, the Raw after SummerSlam is going to be fire. 100%. Like, the road to SummerSlam, Raw has been taking the charge, and now after the whole fallout of whatever happens at SummerSlam is what's getting me, and it's really exciting, honestly. Now, the YS6, they have been unmasked, and I will say, homeboy with the freaking dreads and his hair, it's like, that threw me off. That threw me for a loop. Everybody else cool, and Nikki, she hit that move, and because I'm glad they popped through, because I 100% thought Chad was going to do something to Maxine. I'll be honest, I was like, they finna do that on television nowadays, but because they aren't really, WWE has not really done any like mixed stuff unless it's like Rhea and she's Riptide or somebody. But that had me, because I'm like, dang, Jay, you really finna go full all in. Okay, that would be I will say I'm not for certain, like, I ain't for the abuse or nothing like that, domestic type stuff, but that would have been an interesting spin on his character. But with the YS6 involved, they're not letting that happen. They're not allowing that to go through. And this right here, I feel like, is probably on brand for how people feel Zoe Stark is. But the Zoe Stark, Shayna Baszler, and Sonya Deville, that whole trio, that was finna get stale. So I'm glad they called through Damage Control, because that right there is going to be interesting. It's going to see who is going to run the charge when it comes to Raw, when it comes to the groups and the women's groups. And honestly, I'm like, I didn't really see what they was doing with the Caitlyn and Kiana Chance when it came, and the, I know her name, guys. Do not Lyra Valkyria, because it's like those three girls were not they're not a trio. So the same type of bond that Sonya, Shayna, and Zoe have would not be like the same. They were just put together. And Damage Control, they have that bond. They are that trio. So it's exciting to see them, and the fact that Triple H is kind of realizing how people are feeling about certain superstars, with like Zelina Vega, her getting more shine now, Dakota Kai being able to have something like a singles match on her own, for the group of course, but on her own. And it really shows the type of era that we're in, and it's something different than what we have been used to. Now, the Final Testament and Xavier Woods, I am glad that is done. I'm glad that it's done, because it was getting to a point where I was tired, okay? Because Xavier Woods needs to have something on his own. Although I do like the New Day work, and I feel like the New Day can still work now. They just need to switch things up. But I don't want to see Xavier keep losing. He keeps losing, and I feel like who he's losing to doesn't really add to nothing, because Karrion Kross and the Final Testament are getting these dubs kind of, and shown as strong and all that, but like, for what? The crowd is not really working with them. I like Karrion Kross, and I feel like with a little bit of, maneuvering and stuff like that, he could be pushed. I feel like he can be pushed and it'd be fine. But what's going on right now with the Final Testament and him, it's just not working. To me, it's not working. Now, Xavier Woods, he can get the crowd going. And I feel like Xavier is very underrated. And I feel like he's in a box. He's been in a box when it comes to the New Day. And now he can have that chance to broaden out. And I don't need the Final Testament. I don't need Karrion Kross to kind of put a dampen on that at all. Because it just wasn't hitting either. It wasn't at all. I don't know if I was the only one. It wasn't hitting. In the beginning, the numbers game and all that stuff, cool. But as the weeks went down, it just wasn't it, like, at all. And then the whole Kofi Kingston is selfish thing, that doesn't track at all. Now, the Judgment Day. Now, first off, Carlito, I love Carlito. And I was almost scared that Jay was going to lose to Carlito. Yeah, y'all know sometimes with Jay, you never know. You never know how they going to play with us, okay? But Finn, I told y'all about Finn. And I feel like we getting shown who Finn is. Because why is his face the only face that didn't get rolled on or covered? His face was the only one. And then I'm noticing how when it comes to these whole interactions that he's been having with Damian and Rhea, or Damian or Rhea, it's been like a little hostile. Like, he's feeling a type of way. Like, he feels like he's not valued or seen or even respected enough to hold his own weight in the Judgment Day. And even, shoot, Gunther probably added a little sauce to that one, because he was talking about you was the guy, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You're not him no more. And that right there, I feel like was probably going to be a fuel for why he decided to side with Liv. Okay, I think that's going to be a fuel. Like, he was underappreciated and stuff like that. But that match that he had with Gunther, that was a great one. Like, when it comes to Raw, the story and then the matches be fire. And SmackDown got to figure something out. SmackDown need to call the tribal chief. They need to get some help, because no, that match when it came to Gunther and Finn, I almost thought Finn was going to get it. And it's like, of course he wasn't going to, because Gunther has a match on Saturday and Gunther is the ring general. He's a ring general. He can't. Finn ain't that right now. Finn is not him at the very moment. He's not the guy he used to be at this very moment. So when Finn got submitted and then Damian came out, I feel like that may have gonna make Finn feel a type of way. So SummerSlam, I can't wait. But the Gunther and the Damian Priest, that match right there for SummerSlam, if Roman is not coming back, that needs to be main event, period. They need to have a good minute just going to blows, because that was going to be a fire match. And don't get me wrong, I like Solo. I am a fan of Solo. I'm not one of those people that don't think Solo can go in the ring, because I think he can go in the ring. But it ain't on the level as Damian Priest and Gunther right now. It's just not, because we got the whole he's not respected because of the Judgment Day, street trash, you not it. Then Gunther, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, the King of the Ring, the one that we think is going to take the belt. It's like cherry on top. And Damian, I feel like Damian's going to have a lot to deal with after SummerSlam. Judgment Day is going to have a lot to deal with. The Liv promo, I felt like Dom said no. Dom kept telling you, leave me alone. You pushed your way onto Dom, okay? Let's be clear with that. You pushed your way onto Dom. Don't be mad now that he got the little encourage to tell you he don't like you. Please. And that whole thing, it's like, girl, you fighting for the women's championship. Focus on that. Don't focus on Dom. Dominic Mysterio, chill out, man. You are the women's champion, okay? Now, you better act like it before it gets taken away from you, as I hope it do. But that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.